Hi, Kerry Prejean here, the CFO Consulting LLC and the Strategic Business Advisors Network. Thanks for being a connection of mine, and you're here because you're curious on the three things your accounting department may not be telling you about your cash flow. I like to summarize this into three cash flow, what I call icebergs, or impending peril that you can see coming, but you can't necessarily see everything that's there. So your cash flow icebergs are like any iceberg. You can see what's on top, which doesn't look that big, fairly easy to get around, but below the surface there's a huge mass of ice that may rip your hull open, may capsize your entire business. You may not be able to get past it. So what are the three most common icebergs that I see accounting departments not telling the business owner? One would be unpaid taxes, or especially tax notices. Especially I've walked in, there's a stack of certified mail from the Department of Revenue, IRS, about an assessment, plus penalties, plus interest. Major problem. Second would be a missed critical payment, an insurance payment, a contract payment, maybe a license renewal, something that could impact your business. And the third would be some just generally big cash flow disruption. You have some large payment that's coming up. The accounting department knows about it. They don't want to ask you about it. They don't want to do anything about it. They wait till the day of. It's like, hey, boss, we're 100,000 short. What do we do about it? You know, your business, your problem. So from there, it all sounds pretty serious. It sounds really serious that your accounting department wouldn't want to tell you about it. So why wouldn't your accounting department want to tell you about these? Well, nobody wants to be a messenger of bad news, especially if you're the one responsible for the bad news. So if the accounting department has made a mistake, and that's why you're getting hit with penalties and interest, plus the taxes you didn't know you had to pay, they're going to be concerned. They're going to be somewhat hesitant to come talk to you about it because it's bad news. It's going to put you in a bad mood. They might get the brunt of some reaction. Missed payments, again, another oversight by the accounting department. They're going to come to you. It's critical, could seriously impact your business, and they've got to tell you they screwed up. They made a mistake. They didn't miss this payment. And now, what do we do about it? And then, third of all, since the whole thing of a business owner always being confronted with cash flow problems and the reaction is not that pleasant, they're going to be gun shy about coming to the business owner about cash flow problems until it's critical mass. They don't want to ask you all the time. So, what can you do about all this? You know, what I call a dysfunctional communication process. One thing I recommend for everybody is dashboards, cash flow dashboards, tax reporting dashboards. If you have to, you have a critical payments dashboard, you know, especially like property rules, whatever it is, license renewals. You could have that where it gets reported to you. And a lot of this stuff like cash flow, taxes, sales, accounts receivable, accounts payable, all that kind of stuff gets reported to you weekly, where you get these dashboards, and it shouldn't take you more than an hour a week. Look at these dashboards so you can know that things are getting done. They send you the tax forms. They can send to confirm the tax payment online. You can spend an hour looking at this stuff rather than getting constantly dragged into it. If you see there's a problem in the dashboard, you can ask questions. You can prepare accordingly. So I know a lot of my clients feel overwhelmed with this kind of information and the next steps to take to correct it. So that's why I wanted to connect with you here today on LinkedIn. I've been doing this for over 38 years, and this is the first area. Dashboards is the first area I like to set up as a CFO, outside CFO that gets brought in. That way, I know that this support that you need now. I'd love to jump on a phone call with you and discuss the next steps. Link to my calendar is below the script here. So pick a time that works for you, and let's chat. Thanks again for connecting.